exclusively on ESPN Plus. UFC 313, Saturday. Reigning light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira defends his title against number one contender Magomed Ankalaev, and an explosive lightweight bout between Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev. UFC 313, Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Buy it on ESPNPlus.com/PPV.
At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel
Extra.
There we go. Welcome one and all. Welcome to March, the third month of the year. Congratulations. We're still surviving.
Yeah, this year's gone quick, man.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at the moment, but, living is living. Yay!
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing that you do.
And it's pretty good because you get to go to the cinema and enjoy lots of films and sequels if you like that kind of thing.
If you like that kind of thing.
You see how I'm trying to start this off positive?
I am.
Woo!
I have got something positive to say about this movie.
Yes!
you might not be.
Oh. Okay. We are going to do Captain America : Brave New World.
Yeah, I've been calling it Captain America Big Brave Boys for some reason. Like, that's...
Who's a big brave boy? Are you a big brave boy, Mr. Captain America, sir? You're a big brave boy. Yeah, this is the fourth film in the Captain America franchise, but it's also, let's be honest, I don't know, I think we should just say spoilers straight off because it's been out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, fuck it. It's going to be loads of spoilers. Plus, there's not that much to spoil. It's all in the fucking trailer.
Good point. It is a sequel. It's very much a sequel to 2008's The Incredible Hulk.
Yes, yeah. And 2019's Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Must be around that, 2020. Yeah, the TV series.
The TV series, yeah. Like Marvel likes to do.
Well, I had to explain, and Tiff has seen all these films, The Incredible Hulk. I had to explain who... Samuel Sturms, what his name was at the beginning.
Yeah,
I was like, It's only a film from like 1980 years ago, whatever. It's no big deal. And there's no like recap or anything at the beginning. But anyway, let's go into this synopsis. Rich,
synopsis. Yeah, okay. Fuck. I thought about this and it's all gone out of my head now you said synopsis. Okay, so...
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Rich just closed his eyes and I think he either prayed or tried to bring something back from somewhere deep in his head. So here we go, synopsis.
Oh,
sorry,
God.
That's brilliant.
Okay, right. So synopsis. Yeah, like Dave said, taking place after the events of 2008's The Incredible Hulk and somehow the Eternals.
Yes.
And Captain America, the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. Yeah, there is a deceased celestial mass, but that's what we're calling it, in the Indian Ocean, which has been claimed by several nations. Very random nations, I'll notice. India, I guess, is in the Indian Ocean, but also the USA, Japan, and France? What?
I don't know.
Okay, all right then. The newly elected president, who happens to be General Ross, who's popped up in another few movies and has generally been a bit of a psychopath, previously played by William Hurt, who unfortunately has passed away, so is now played by Harrison Ford, minus the mustache. Yeah, he's trying to arrange a treaty with the other nations and get the new Captain America, on board. Sam Wilson, previously the Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie. And it's all kind of sent into some sort of like mess when Falcon's friend tries to assassinate the president in the White House. And so Falcon gets involved, tries to figure out what the fuck's going on, as does everyone else watching the movie. Yeah. Do I need
mate, you made it sound so fucking boring. Right,
it is. It's incredibly fucking boring. But let me say this for it.
Okay.
It manages quite a significant achievement. And I will give it credit for this because it deserves props for making a giant red Hulk fucking dull.
Oh, I thought that was the exciting part of the film, to be honest.
Yes, that is the exciting part. It's still boring. And that tells you how dull the rest of this movie is. It's an achievement, dude. It's an achievement.
It is also amazing how much the trailers decided to show of this movie.
Yeah.
And the big bits.
Yeah, trailers pretty much fucked the whole movie.
I don't think there were any real surprises by the end of it. Really?
No. I mean, the surprise was that I didn't leave.
Oh, God.
Honestly, I looked at my watch. I'd been there an hour. I was looking at my watch and I was like, I could leave. It's really late. I could just go home.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And I didn't even leave before the end credits. I stayed for the end credit scene. Mainly because there were people on my row sat watching it as well, and I didn't want to push past them. So, yeah.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I guess, were they rolling their eyes as much as you were through this?
I don't know, but my God, I don't think it was even rolling my eyes. Like, I had a coffee, so I'd make sure that I kept awake for this movie.
Right.
Make sure I had it a couple of hours before I went this time, rather than like
rookie mistake the last time.
There. Yeah, and I found myself wishing for sleep.
Yeah, I understand that, actually. We went in, me and my wife went and saw this at the weekend before. Oh, last week? I can't even remember. And we were like, oh, a new Marvel. You know, let's after Deadpool and Wolverine, that was good. Hopefully at least we want this to be fun. And it wasn't, I would say. It kind of lent more into the Winter Soldier-esque espionage, secret
sort
acts.
of. But
I mean, it fails a lot.
It feels really bitty. Right? There are loads of like really bitty parts of it that don't all gel together. Like, and I never saw the significance of anything. Like the new Falcon, is that Danny Ramirez, and Anthony Mackie have no chemistry. Like he's making quips and stuff the whole way through it, and they just don't land. Like there's no banter between them. It's not like Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan who kind of bounce off each other.
Oh yeah, that's a different level.
There was one time when I raised a smile, and it's when Anthony Mackie's facing down the big red Hulk, and he's like, "Should have taken the serum. Bucky's full of shit." And I was like, "That's the best line in the movie
that is
by a long way. Like that is the best bit of this whole fucking movie." And it's not worth waiting that long for. It's fucking over 2 hours long. Like,
because it's ridiculous. A spy film, Rich. It's meant to be over 2 hours long.
It's shit though, Dave. How's it a spy film anyway? There's no spying in it.
Oh, yes. I'm sure there's a bit of espionage.
No, there isn't.
Or, you know, governments talking to... Oh, yeah, it does sound like it's a bit boring.
It's boring.
You know when you said it feels a bit bitty?
Yeah.
It's because I think it's had lots of reshoots.
You can really tell.
Reshoots aren't uncommon in these movies. So before...
But you can really tell.
The Giancarlo Esposito Sidewinder character...
He's wasted, right?
I don't know what he's doing in this movie.
No.
It's odds. He's a great actor, and they're keeping him around. He's going to pop up more. I read somewhere that he wasn't in the original script, original film, or original filming, and then his actor came available. So we're like, oh, let's get him in there somewhere. And most of the time, you can kind of feel he's not on screen with anyone, even during the battles and stuff. It feels like he's doing it not with Sam Wilson's Anthony Mackie's character. He's just doing it with like a stunt double or a stand-in kind of thing, and it's really that whole bit doesn't work at all in this movie.
Not at all.
I've been waiting a long time for that character to come back from 2008's Incredible Hulk, and for many years it ignored that was canon, but they've slowly been making it canon for the last few
Or the
films.
leader, Tim Blake Nelson.
Because in 2008 he has a bit of Hulk blood bleed into one of his open wounds, and that gives off, and that kind of
which is comic
teases.
canon, like that happens. Like that happens in the comics. Samuel Stearns, the lead, also known as the leader. Yeah, that happens.
Was that worth the wait for you?
No, it really wasn't. It's been 17 years, Dave. It wasn't worth waiting 17 years. I'd forgotten Tim Blake Nelson was even in the fucking Hulk movie in 2008. It's been 17 years.
He's not even a big character in it. He's got a very small.
Yeah, he's like the end credit sequence, isn't he? Like when his brain goes like.
Through the film in The Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton is talking to someone else by like text message.
Yeah,
and he turns out to be that man and tries to help him.
Yes,
a little bit, but I think he's got alternative motives. Anyway, shit goes wrong on the university campus or wherever it is. And then a little bit of Hulk blood gets into his... And then, big brain. Big brain. You kind of see the big brain bulging by the end of it. And then you think, oh, wow. And then, obviously, nothing really happened with the Hulk, Incredible Hulk, that version, because it was not great. And the other Marvels... In 2008, same year as Iron Man, wasn't it?
I would... Yeah, it was, yeah. So, I'd happily watch that 2008 Hulk again over this, though.
Yeah, I think I would as well,
At least it's not boring. It's a bit cheap and cheesy, but it's not dull. And I think if you're going to make a superhero movie, the worst thing it can be is boring. Right? Like, I mean, the whole point is like there's going to be a war between the US and Japan, right? That's the thing. How many fucking cherry blossoms can you fit in a movie? It's like, we love the cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C. They may as well go, they've got cherry blossoms in Japan as well. Look, we've both got... In fact, the cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C. were a gift from Japan.
There you go.
Facts. Go. Yeah.
I would have rather have watched a Isaiah Bradley Captain America prequel about him being like one of the original Captain Americas, and then his own government fucking him over.
He is the only character I give a shit about.
Yeah.
In this movie, because when they put him in prison, he's so sad. Like that's a performance. That's an actor. And I don't think Anthony Mackie's bad. I think Harrison Ford is questionable, if I'm honest.
Do you?
Yeah.
That was gonna be literally the next question out of my mouth.
I didn't think he was great. But then it's really difficult, isn't it? Because you're used to William Hurt being that character, and Harrison Ford's very different.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think it was in the Empire interview that he said, because a lot of people question when you're taking over from someone, do you go and watch what they did previously?
Yeah.
Think of like Richard Harris and Michael Gambon. I'm not quite sure did. Harrison Ford said yes, he watched William Hurt's version of General Ross.
Yeah.
It's a different character because he throughout the film he's trying to say I've changed, I'm no longer that angry
absolutely,
man.
Absolutely. But he looks very frail, I would say.
Well, he is 80 odd.
Well, exactly. But I suppose America does elect frail old men to be their presidents these days. So yeah, mostly frail in the ego department at the moment. But yeah, men in their 80s. Yeah, okay. I also I think for the first time ever in my whole life, got really sick of America watching this movie.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm really fed up of American movies, and we basically saved the world with the goodies and everything, and I'm like, fuck off. I've had enough of you lot. Like, I don't care.
To our American listeners, I love you. And
it's not that I don't mean individual Americans. That's not what I'm aiming at. What I mean is this idea that America is somehow better than every other country.
Well, their leader at the moment is very much going for that in real life.
Absolutely. And this movie kind of says that too. And for the first time, and I've always loved American movies. Do not get me wrong. I've always loved American movies. And for the first time in my whole life, whether it's because it's what's happening in real life or what, I did feel like, come on, have some humility and some awareness. Like, America can't be everything. I don't like Captain America as a character.
I'm about to say, isn't that what Captain America kind of symbolises?
Well, he's supposed to be everything that's good about America without all that. So that's supposedly what Captain America is supposed to be. But I've always found Captain America to be really fucking dull as a character.
Even Chris Evans.
Yeah, he's so pious and good, and I just think, have a fucking bacon sandwich and chill out a bit, mate. He's the sort of person who just like drinks wheatgrass juice and works out every day and is perfect at everything, and you just think, fuck off.
Yeah.
I've always thought that about Captain America. Even in the comics, I've always thought, he's too perfect. I don't like it.
Okay. Well, I get you. I understand. Did it start off bad and carry on? Because it feels like quite cheesy. I would say the main problem with me is the script for this movie.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I didn't really know what was going on to start with, to be honest.
No,
Anthony Mackie has a fight with a big Icelandic bloke. Yes.
You can kind of tell at the end when it comes out with the writers, there's 5 different writers, and you kind of think, there you go, that's where that is, because it feels like it is a film written by multiple people having a stab at it.
At that point, at the very start, I was like, this is hinting at something that could be clever, and it turned out... I think that's what
they were going for.
It didn't. It just didn't. It just did. I don't understand why Sam Wilson and Joaquin Torres, or whatever their names are, the Falcon and Captain America, they have flying suits, right?
Yeah.
So why do they drive to that place? They have to get to that Echo thing where Tim Blake Nelson's holed up, and they have to get there as quickly as possible. So they drive when they can literally fly?
Yeah. I haven't got a good excuse. Maybe the power, they were recharging the batteries in their flying suits. I'm sure you have to recharge them at some point. I liked that Wakanda got involved, made him a new suit. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you like the link to what's coming in the future, as in what is in the big celestial thing?
Well, the adamantium thing. But they've had adamantium for ages.
Where have they mentioned adamantium?
Adamantium, that's what Wolverine's skeletons infused with.
They haven't been allowed to mention it.
What?
Because it's been X-Men. So this is like... Honestly, in those first loads of... Only since like the last few... Yeah. They've been teasing X-Men. This is the first mention of adamantium.
Adamantium, yeah, but if they've only so none of the X-Men stuff has ever happened.
Not in this world. Not on this Earth.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I guess. But also in Wakanda Forever, they tease that Namor as a mutant. So I don't know.
I don't know or care.
I'm not the CNI to all this.
I feel like I've not done my homework. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something I'm missing somewhere.
No, you're right. It definitely felt like a film that someone should have at the beginning said, right, sit down. You better watch The Incredible Hulk. You've got to watch these episodes of The Winter Soldier, not Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, that one. You've also watched The Eternals, because I had to point out that's what that thing was in. And she went,
I mean, we have said that before, like when we've talked about other Marvel sequels.
Oh, yeah.
Why is no one mentioning the big fucking head in the sea?
Well, here we go.
But here we go. Now they are.
And how many years has that taken? When was The Eternals? Like 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah, about 5-6 years ago, I think, wasn't it?
It can't be, because we reviewed it on this podcast.
Oh,
actually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It was quite early on, so maybe 4?
Yeah, maybe.
Which is still a long time for things not to be mentioned and not to happen.
4 years ago, 2021, Eternals.
Quite extensive and quite big deal. Like in the middle of, like you said, the Indian Ocean, and all these countries are trying to fight over it. I don't know, man. It didn't play very well, and you know what? It didn't feel very Marvel-y at really many points.
No, it didn't.
I did enjoy Harrison Ford turning into the Red Hulk. I would have loved it if they hadn't showed so much in trailers, and not just in trailers, but in like posters and everything. I thought the effects were good at that point. There are some other bits during the film you think, oh, that's a bit ropey, but you've come to kind of terms with that with Marvel films recently, which is quite sad. Now I've said it out loud. And this is not the big hope we were hoping for to get Marvel back going. Do you think Captain America, I know, needs the super serum to be exciting?
Yeah, I think so. Because it's not very super. He's not a very... I don't know. I don't want
Yeah, it shows other good qualities, old Sam Wilson, but
he does have other good qualities. And in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, I really like him. And I thought this might be a Captain America that I can actually get behind, because he does, he does question whether he's up to the job quite a lot, and that's and he seems to do this in this one as well. But we've already seen it, it's just,
which is fine. Yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Virtuo Pup, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. From your morning podcast to your afternoon playlist, State Farm knows you personalize your entire day, and that's why State Farm helps you personalize your insurance with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It offers coverage options that help protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Business taxes. Was stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes.
This is my bill?
Now Business Taxes is a TurboTax small business expert who does your taxes for you and offers year-round advice at no additional cost, so you can keep more money in your business. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on turbotax.com/business. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service.
What do you want to talk? Do you want to go box office, or do you want to talk? Should we do box office first?
We can do box office. But before we do box office, I think I should say that what is really telling about this movie is how glad I am I watched Bridget Jones first.
Yeah,
so much better. Who would have thought, right, that Bridget Jones 4 would smash Captain America, 4? Is it 4 as well?
Well, yeah, it's officially the 4th movie, but...
Who would have thought that?
Not me.
No idea. But anyway, yeah, come on, let's talk box office.
Okay, so it did have a budget of $180 million.
Yeah, and probably at least that again on marketing, because they've marketed the shit out of this movie.
Yeah, I think they've really tried. But I think it's making okay money. Apparently, worldwide, currently, it has made $289 million.
That's not good. That's not good money. Because when we're talking about this, it's been out for how long?
A week and a bit.
A week and a bit? Nearly 2 weeks? That's not good money. Because it's going to have to be making at least $400 million to break even, I'd say.
Well, it might get there. It might have a strong second week.
Yeah, but Marvel movies don't break even, do they? They need to
Well, they spend a lot of money.
Smash it. I mean, it's I think that's bad. I think that's like Eternals bad.
Yeah. You went to a late screening, but so how busy was your screening?
I think there were like 5 other people in there.
Okay. Not great then.
Not amazing. But it was 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, so...
Yes. I went and saw it on a Thursday night. It was semi-busy. You know what? A lot of people brought their kids. It was half term.
Okay.
It was a PG-13. There's nothing I want to ask you. Would you take your kids to it?
No, because George would be so thoroughly bored he would walk out.
No, I mean like the violence or anything like that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay.
It's not great, but it's okay. Like, but there's no way George would watch this. He'd be far too bored. The only interesting thing that he'd care about is the Red Hulk, and that doesn't come until 10 minutes from the end. And you know what's going to happen because it's all in the trailers.
Also, they like post it with the tablets. It's so easy to see what's coming and what that is going on about with that.
Yeah. So Eternals, let's just talk on budget. So okay. Eternals had a similar budget and made $402 million and was considered a massive flop.
Yes. Well, let's just see at the end of the month.
Okay.
End of March.
And Eternals opening weekend.
Yeah.
It was bigger than Captain America Brave New World opening weekend.
That I don't think the Marvel slump had started, or the Marvel tiredness had really started. It was coming off the back of Endgame, wasn't it? So I was like, fuck yeah. And a bit of Spider-Man at that point, maybe.
Yeah, but everyone says that's the big flop, right? Eternals.
I don't think it is now. I think maybe...
Well, there's the Marvels as well.
Yes. Which I think is better than Eternals.
Yeah, I do too, but it did do worse than this. Like, this has done better than the Marvels.
I would watch the Marvels over this.
100%. I'd watch the Marvels 3 times rather than have to watch this again.
Yeah. Rotten Tomato, do you want to do all 4 of them plus Incredible Hulk? Or
No, of course I don't. Why on earth would I want to do that?
Because you've seen them all. We can actually play the higher and lower game.
I don't want to.
Okay, Captain America from 2011.
Oh.
It starts with 80%.
Captain America, the first Avenger.
80%. So the second one was The Winter Soldier. 80%. That is very high for that movie. I'm sorry. Okay.
But Winter Soldier's good though, right?
Yeah, higher or lower than 80%?
Higher.
You're correct. 90%.
Okay.
Which has popcorn meter of 92. I should say the first one was 75 for the audience.
Fair
so
enough.
both loved films. The third Captain America film, Civil War, higher or lower than 90%?
I'm going to go lower.
It's also 90%.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just...
So, also, on a side note, The Incredible Hulk 2008 got 68% critics and 69 audience.
Okay.
So that leads us on. Do you see how quickly I did that for you?
Yeah.
That leads us on to Captain America: Brave New World.
Lower than all of them. Even Incredible Hulk from 2008, lower.
What do you feel? What do you fancy? You have to give me a number on this one.
42%.
Oh, you're very close. It's 49%.
That's
currently.
too high. I was being generous. I really think it should be in the 20s, but 49% is too high. It's not worth it. It's generally not.
Some comments. It's an unfortunate revelation that the brave new post-Endgame world was not quite ready to give Anthony Mackie a sunny spot where he could shine.
It's not Anthony Mackie's fault. It's not his character's fault either. This film is just really badly written and put together.
Well, someone's put Anthony Mackie salvages the Marvel film with a lackluster plot.
Plot is the problem, yeah.
Big problem. Leonard Matlin, who's a very famous critic, the not-so-secret weapon this Captain America has going for it is Harrison Ford. Don't believe the naysayers out there. Brave New World is a 21st century tall tale, and it takes 2 viewings to take it all in. So be it.
Yeah, no chance, mate. Not a chance. Sorry, but I think you might have watched a different movie.
Oh, it's not actually a Captain America movie. It's a Thunderbolt Ross movie.
Well, yeah, it is, but he's really boring. He doesn't do anything for most of it.
Audience score.
57%. And I'm being generous with that.
80%.
Fuck off. Seriously? People have seen this movie and gone, oh, do you know what I like? Big explosions.
Sunshine Bee loved this installment of the Captain America series. Anthony Mackie did an outstanding job of bringing the inner and emotional battle one faces when being thrown into the forefront of a movement or heroic role.
Are you sure that this person's watched the wrong film?
The entire cast, the entire cast was great. The action scenes were edge of your seat. Great. And there was also plenty of tear-jerking scenes as well.
Fuck off.
An A-plus movie for me. Definitely one to watch again and again.
My God. I can take it that somebody might enjoy this movie at some weird level, but all those things you just said are wrong. It's just wrong.
The movie was boring and there's no good storyline. The only good part of the movie was the last fight against the Red Hulk. I love Marvel movies because I used to read the comic books. This movie was not good at all. I caught myself falling asleep.
Agreed.
There's also a guy here that's claiming that Harrison Ford got paid $27 million to be in this film, but I'm not quite sure how true that is.
I mean, if that is true, he has stolen that money.
At least he's in throughout most of the movie. It's not just a glorified cameo.
Isn't it?
No, he's very important to that fucking plot.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is. But what a plot.
What a plot. How did you feel, and this is spoilers, people, how did you feel about the other glorified cameos, the Sebastian Stan? Were you happy to see Liv Tyler?
That wasn't a glorified cameo, that was an actual cameo. As was Liv Tyler's actual cameo. And I wasn't sure it was even her. It looked like it was...
I questioned that.
It was an AI Liv Tyler. Like, was she even in it? Has she got a credit?
It was a bit ropey at the end on the raft sets. And I was like, these people are not probably together again with Harrison Ford. But, okay, not a fan of that either.
Nope. I mean, to be fair, like, Sebastian Stan does bring like a bit of actual chemistry with Anthony Mackie. Like, when they're on screen together, that's a good thing.
I can't remember the end of the Winter Soldier and Falcon program. Was he planning to be a politician at the end of that?
Remember either. I don't.
Because I'm excited to see him in the Thunderbolts film. Coming out, which looks fun.
Yeah, could be fun.
Could be fun. All I want Marvel films to be again
another big
fun.
pile of toilet. But yeah, fun would be nice.
I would, out of everything I want these films to be, mostly, I just want them to be fun again and entertaining. And it's not. Would you watch another Captain America movie like with Anthony Mackie? What do you need that film to look like for you to get your interest?
I don't know. It could, Dave. To be honest.
Oh man, he is defeated.
I'm just not into Captain America. It's just not my thing. Like, okay, what could it? I would happily watch an Anthony Mackie movie. Don't get me wrong. I just don't really want another Captain America movie. I'm just fed up with it.
I got to the end of this film, and when the big smashy stuff started to happen, I was like, Rich is not going to like this.
I'm surprised you couldn't hear me rolling my eyes from 10 miles away.
There was a bit in the movie that I couldn't understand, and this again, spoilers for people.
Yeah.
There is a army man who's looking into the what kind of what's in the pills of Harrison Ford's, and then he just gets a phone call and finds out what's on them, and then he turns around and old Mr. Leader's there.
Yeah.
How did he know to be there at that exact point? Now, I know he's meant to be like the smartest man in the world and he's seen all possibilities kind of thing, but that is rubbish. Either rubbish storytelling or I've missed something completely.
Well, I think it's rubbish storytelling, so I thought the same thing. I also thought there's also a point where the leader turns up at like a general's house and kills the general and his family. I had no idea what was going on or why he did that or what the point was. Or
not gonna lie, Rich, I went to the toilet and that.
You had a better experience.
Tiff had to fill me out. I'm like, did I miss anything? And she went, yeah, for some reason she went to someone's house and killed some people. I was like, okay, fine. I didn't really need to know any of that. And
I watched it and I got no idea.
Okay, cool. Oh, good.
So why? Why has he done that? What did I miss?
It must be someone that's kept him in prison for long.
Well, no, it wasn't. There was nobody that had been in the movie. It was really weird.
Okay, good. Good. Well, like I said, there's some stuff missing from this film where added that doesn't make sense. Even it just felt really cheesy and shitty. That opening first bit with Sidewinder holding the hostages and stuff, it just didn't feel very exciting.
No, it didn't. And it had relatively fuck all to do with the rest of the movie, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The buyer hasn't turned out. It's all a trouble. I mean, the big sequence, there's that beginning bit. There's the bit in the planes when they're fighting the Japanese. And then there's the big smashy ending with the Red Hulk.
I hate the planes. I really do. That's the bit that was the bit where I was sat there looking at my watch going, is this finished yet? Because can this be the end, please?
I just wanted more of, the old guy.
Yeah.
I liked him and Anthony Mackie's relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a new Red Widow woman.
Oh yeah. So because the what's it called, the red room, has all been exposed and broken down. You've got ex-widows all popping up all over the place. So you've got what's her name, Shira Haas, is it?
Yeah,
I think Haas.
Yeah.
As a widow, she's very small but very powerful.
She's the new head of security of the White House.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was all right. She was.
Yeah.
think she was okay. Quite happy with her as like a new Black Widow kind of character. I think she was all right for that.
Well, there's a positive. Shall we try and rate this thing and find if it's an unequal sequel or not?
Okay. It's an unequal sequel if we're comparing it to Civil War, because Civil War is probably, I think, yeah, Civil War
is so much better.
Is a lot better than this, yeah.
Like we said, Incredible Hulk is so much better than this.
Yeah, they're all better than this. What I'm talking about, they're all better than this. Yeah. What am I going to rate it out of 7?
Out of 7?
2?
I was going to go about a 2.5. Do you think it's a middle of the road? Because this Marvel is separated into
it's lower than
brilliant,
middle of the road.
Middle of the road, and then not good.
It's not complete. It's not like
you're trying to think of a
Thor:
real bad.
Love and Thunder or
Quantumania.
It doesn't annoy me like these do.
That's good.
It's just boring. Like it's so dull and ponderous and soggy and I just
soggy.
I meant stodgy, but soggy does it too.
Fine.
I meant stodgy. Sorry. But you get my point, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
It's not even worth getting upset about because it's so nothing.
It's very forgettable, Rich. That's going to be its problem.
That was the problem with doing the bloody synopsis, and I watched it last night.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten it already.
I think it's just going to be known for maybe the Red Hulk fight, maybe, and that's about it. And
it's not enough.
It's not enough. Like I said, just wanted it to be fun and entertaining, and it's not. It didn't really feel very Marvel-y anymore. Somewhere's gone wrong. The Marvel low.
Do you know what was really disappointing? There's the soundtrack, the score. Like, it doesn't do anything. It's really kind of like
safe,
boring until the fight when it smashes you over the head, literally like a big giant Red Hulk. Like it's sad.
The whole film kind of felt a little bit maybe safe in some ways as well.
You know, you said how many writing credits it's got.
Yeah,
it's got 11 on IMDb.
11.
Yeah, so it's got if you include like story by and screenplay by. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screenplay by, 1, 2, 3 story by, and then 2 like Captain America created by. So Joe Simon and Jack Kirby who created Captain America.
Yeah, I wouldn't
they
add
don't
them.
count. But yeah, that's 8. That's 8 writers.
That seems like a lot. I'm not an expert.
No, that's too many.
And it feels like that's the problem. Anyway, so you're saying a 2, are you? And I'm saying a 2.5?
Yeah.
Man. And an unequal sequel.
Yeah.
Recommendation, it is not then.
No.
Right?
No. Unless you want, unless you need to go somewhere to get out of the rain and have a little sleepy, by all means, go and do that. Don't actually watch the movie though.
Yeah. It's not a pleasant 2 hours, to be honest.
It's not. I mean, I can't remember the last time that I was so bored by a movie so quickly.
Yeah.
I wasn't even halfway through and I was looking at my watch. And I know I've said this, but I genuinely believe it. I did want to leave.
I'm really proud that you didn't, Well done, you.
I did it for you, listeners. I did it for you.
He's not pointing at me, I'll tell you. Okay, well, there you go. Hopefully you've enjoyed our review, and if you have seen it...
Poor you.
Let us know what you think, as always. We'd love to know people's positive or negative, if we're missing something or not. That's totally fine. We want people to enjoy movies. That's why people make them.
Yeah. And if you want to tell us how we're wrong, get on the old social medias. We're on all of them apart from, the bad one. That one. Our ex. We're not on there anymore.
Very clever.
But we're on all the other social medias. Get in touch. Tell us what you thought of Captain America, Big Brave Boys, whatever it's called. And or if you don't use social media, you can get in touch with us on email. We're unequalsequel@hotmail.com. Also, just search Unequal Sequel on the social media. You want to get in touch with us, Instagram or whatever we're around. Blue Sky, that kind of thing. We will read out your comments in our end of month roundup. If you want to make sure you catch the end of month roundup and the start of season 8, which is coming in a couple of weeks' time. Make sure you hit the auto download button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll drop into your pod player choice every single week. Whilst you're there, if you wouldn't mind giving us a 5-star review, it means that other people can find the podcast, and it really helps us in achieving our life goal of becoming certified Rotten Tomatoes critics.
Yeah.
Because, wouldn't that be funny? So do that. Drop us a little review. We'll love you forever. And also come and join us on anotherslice.com/unequal sequel. You can join us over there for $2.99 a month to join our subscription service, where you will get Disenfranchised, an extra podcast from us, Box Set Mentality, another extra podcast from us, and you'll get sequel sessions to all our interview episodes, which are amazing. So make sure you go over and do that.
Well done. Next week we are releasing a old episode to tease people about another slice. So we're releasing our first episode of our box set rewatch of Rambo, because I'm away.
Because Dave's in Canada, and that's hard to record.
Yes, it is. And plus, nothing else is out.
No, March is quite quiet. Although we have found a nice anniversary, haven't we?
Yes, if you listened to last week's episode, it was mayhem, us trying to organise something. But we found a film. We'll cover it in a couple of weeks. But anyway, thank you for everyone that listens. You're all great. Send in your thoughts as always. Anything. We don't mind what it is. Not your shopping list or something. We don't really want to know.
No. But just tell us your general movie thoughts, sequel thoughts. We'll read them all out.
Yeah.
Because we love you.
We love that. I think that's all I have to say. So yes, series 8 is coming very soon. Very exciting. And get ready. And that means I've got nothing else to say. So it's a bye-bye from me and a bye-bye from him.
Bye!
See you in the next one. 6 for this one. Have a great week. Bye-bye. Would you rather watch a Captain Planet movie than a Captain America movie?
Yes, I would.
I'm amazed they haven't done that yet.
Can you imagine? Earth, wind, fire, water, heart.
Yeah, Captain
With
Planet
your powers
is a
combined,
hero.
I am
He's
Captain
bring...
Planet.
It's great. You could do some really cool casting.
I'd watch that, man. I'd definitely watch that.
But it might not get played in America because they've they're bringing back plastic straws and stuff.
They don't believe in saving the planet anymore, do they? And we say they. I mean, they're stupid fucking people that have been elected. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, King Trump or whatever he's called now, and President Musk.
Okay, let's end again.
Have you noticed? Though,
oh God, I've got to stop. Right?
Have you noticed that both of them have got surnames that mean a bad smell over here?